Oh, yeah, appreciate that.
All right,
Beautiful.
bro, you good?
Beautiful. All right, let's get into ES here. As you can see, and as everybody knows, ES went 2 down on the week last week, as well as had 3 consecutive days of red, 2 down. We're looking at, looks like possible continued bearish movement. As you can see here on the 4-hour, there was a 4-hour broadening formation. So we'll see what happens later on this evening if we get a reversal back to the upside, but we're playing what we see, and we see bearish activity on the charts. But we do have some individual stocks and maybe a sector or two that will be showing bullish movement. And, you know, Boss Game VIP is going to give us our historical data and kind of our index for the overall market going into this week as well. So we'll definitely get into that. So moving on from ES, we got NQ here. Oh, and just quickly on ES, like I said, we're at the bottom of that 4-hour broadening formation, but we're right now at 43.03. Decision has to be made right now. So we'll see what happens over the course of the rest of the evening, going into the morning. So keep your eyes on that. But we're going to have everything set so that we can play the market whichever ways it goes. Next, we're going to look up NQ, which is our mini NASDAQ or the DAC. And similar thing with the DAC. We had bearish movement last week after Wednesday, 2 down on the week as well. It didn't have as rough of a week as ES did. Looks like on Friday we tried a little bit of a bounce. So we'll see what continues with the NASDAQ. But again, 2 down on the DAC. We're still looking at bearish movement, but we see that little hammer possibly forming there on the day. So we just got to, keep our eyes on it, but we're still looking at bearish movement. Moving on, let's go to the there we go. I always get that screwed up. RTY, there we go. I always get that screwed up in RYT. All right, Russell. So here again on the Russell, as we've been saying, everything's been bearish. Actually, the Russell's been down for 4 consecutive weeks, or really 3.5. This is on the Russell. So we had 3 consecutive weeks. And again, 2 down on the day on Friday. Looks like more bear movement on the Russell here. So again, we're still looking at a lot of bearish movement here. And last but not least, we got the Dow. Let's see. Check out YM. And again, here on the Dow, same setup as the others, 2 down. Doesn't look as bad as the others, I would say. Again, looks like the Dow hit the bottom of a 4-hour broadening formation. We had a 3-2 setup on the day, bearish setup. So, based on what we're seeing, looks like continuation to the downside. But again, this market's tricky, so we just got to play it how it comes. So that's basically our outlook. Quick scan over the futures. And then I'm gonna hand it over to Boss Game VIP to give us our overall outlook for the week.
Cool. So this week in the market, it was crazy because we started off the week really, really bullish. Last week had a lot of run up in tech, so we expected it to be bullish. It ended the week pretty bearish toward the end, depending on where you were. So again, with the market, it's not what the entire market overall is doing. It's the positions that you're in and are your plays going the way that you want them to go. Monday is expected to be bullish historically. So when we give these terms about what we expect, we're going by statistical numbers and percentages, seasonality and different things like that, based on information from the Trader's Almanac. So Monday is expected statistically to be bullish. The week after July contract expirations is prone to a lot of crazy swings in the market. So tons of volatility in different directions. So we want to be aware of that The Dow has been up 13 of the last 18 trading sessions after July expiration. So we're going to keep an eye on that. You know, Dow has been getting beat down lately. Tuesday is supposed to be definitely bullish. 71.4% of the time across sectors, all even. So I'm definitely looking at that. Wednesday, on the other hand, it's supposed to be historically bullish. These are some of the most crazy, bearish. Wednesday the 21st is supposed to be extremely bearish. These are some of the most bearish numbers. I've seen Dow 14.3%, SPY 19.1%, and NASDAQ 14.3%. So these are the percentages to be positive. So they're definitely under 20% on every sector, on every indice under 15%, just above 14 on both the Dow and NASDAQ. Thursday is expected to be bearish as well, and Friday is expected to be bearish. So again, the market is really going to just depend on where you are. There will be some things that are definitely bullish. There's things that are going to be bearish. I think as we get into the playlists and different things like that, we'll get into where I'm going to be looking at where I think a lot of money is going to be this week. So yeah, so we'll be prepared. The first couple of days we're looking bullish, and then after that we're looking kind of bearish. So, but we'll be ready either way for the volatility whatever comes. Cam, is Cam here? Did we give for a sector outlook? Yeah,
I'm still here.
available for that for a sector outlook.
Yes, sir. All right, so I got the sectors pulled up. I don't know, like if you're able just to follow me.
Let me share
So
my screen.
All right, bet.
Let me
So I
share
got
my screen.
XLK pulled up right now.
Okay.
Starting with XLK, because XLK really determines what happens to a lot of the market. XLK, if you look at it on the week, it looks really, really bearish. It has a hammer shooter counter on the week. So definitely expecting some bearish momentum. We got a few quick targets to take out. 149, I think this is like 35, 148.20. And if things get real bad, we can even see 146.85. That's on XLK. XLV has been doing its best to try to be as bullish as it can be. Right now, it's kind of in some daily chop. If you look, there's like a little daily range that is trading in between. It's like 127 and about 129.50. Looking to see if it could try to break that range to the upside. But XLV has been overall pretty bullish. Right now, it looks flat, but I would lean more to the side of bullish on XLV. XLY does have a little bit more downside movement, but I will also be watching XLY for a potential bounce. We have maybe $1 or $2 more that XLY could fall before I'll really look for a strong reversal back to the upside. Communications, yeah, still potentially some downside movement. I want to see how it responds to this 80.55 level. If it breaks below that level, it's going to probably get even more bloody when it comes to XLC. Financials definitely have some more downside movement in them. They also have the hammer shooter on the week. And if you look on the day, they're towards the top of the range, but they're looking to drop to the bottom side of that range. So there's definitely some bearish movement on XLF. Same thing with XLI, some more bearish movement. XLP is one of the ones that was actually bullish for the most part last week. There's going to be some slight pullbacks here, and then we'll just have to see if it's able to correct itself around before dropping below like 70. What is this? 80. What's the next one? We got utilities. Utilities is also still very green. There's still some more bullish movement in XLU. Materials XLB, you should be looking for a bounce here soon. It's going into the bottom of a daily channel, which is around 80.70. So look for a bounce potentially in materials. There is some more downside movement when it comes to real estate. Ended with a shooter on the day, can definitely continue to pull back. This would just probably be a short pullback because real estate has been fairly bullish. Maybe a TTO coming up. We'll see. And last but not least, we got energy. Energy definitely has some more downside movement, but I'm going to continue to watch energy because whenever energy does start to bounce, these are the ones that you want to go and get you a nice little leap on. Maybe buy a contract just 3 or 4 months out or even further than that. And you'll be getting in at a great spot like Ford and just all those different type of plays. Like catching Ford under $13, like something like that is great. So same thing that you can end up finding over in the XLE sector. If you go look at Oxy, Fang, they're getting towards levels where it's great to buy them at.
Dope. That's nice. I'm definitely leaning toward XLP myself. One of the reasons being that the market is very volatile right now. People are looking for safe places to put their money. One of the safe, least volatile places to put your money is in undervalued dividend stocks. And right now, dividend stocks are trading at PE ratios of about 12.5, which is super undervalued. A lot of these stocks do have some growth in them. In the near future, they're very, very stable. They're stocks that people have long in their portfolio. So when things get volatile, these tend to go under the radar because they're not the most popular names, but they're things that we all using our entire lives. So these are things when people build portfolios looking for dividends, they're looking for certain stocks. So a lot of those are going to be in XLP, XLV, a lot of utility stocks, a lot of real estate stocks, and those were the things that kind of held up the best during the market volatility last week. We'll be looking at those things. Getting into the watch list. Mr. Investing for Legacy, are you available?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, let me know what you want me to pull up.
Okay, sir. I do got my bear hat on next week. My favorite setups are definitely bearish. You guys can hear me clearly?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So like I said, my bear hat is on. I will be I'm liking Facebook a lot for some shorts. Especially the Qs, and that I think NASDAQ has plenty of room cooling off to do right now. You know, tech has been on fire for weeks now. NASDAQ has been on fire for weeks now. I think if NASDAQ goes 2 down, Facebook has been running. If you look at the days that Facebook's been running, it's been great. They have been great days for the Qs as well, for the overall NASDAQ. So you just got to pay attention to things like that, which index or which sector kind of coincides with that stock that you're watching. So if Qs continue if they fall, I'm going to definitely be in Facebook for some puts. I like that setup. I'm also liking Nike for some puts as well. The Dow it showed some strength last week, but it lost all its gains in one day on Friday for that week. So I like Nike. Nike has a big gap to the downside. It's been running pretty well to since earnings, but it has to cool off at some point. And and the fact that the Nike's a big part of the Dow. The fact that the Dow fell as hard as it did on Friday shows that it's still plenty of sellers in there. So like I said, the Dow continues to go down. I like Nike for puts as well. So I'm watching Nike heavy for that gap fill down to what is that one? I'm looking at your screen right now. What is that to that gap fill?
About the 135 level, just below 135.
Yep. So it's plenty of, that's about $30 almost to the downside that I'll be watching for sure. Love that play as well. I'm liking Chewy for puts as well. Be watching them.
Okay.
I'm liking Chewy a lot. I see them possibly. What was the notes I had on them? Let me just look at your screen and see what I remember what I was saying. I see a bit more correction to the downside on the weekly level, for sure. Down to what is that next pivot for me? It's 2 pivots down that I was seeing for them on the weekly level.
It's about 73
Yeah.
and a quarter.
Well, no, go down one
Just
more
below
to the
that.
next pivot for me. Yeah,
Oh, the next
next pivot.
one.
That'll be my profit target for them. 67. It's about a
Okay.
$10 move that I see possible
Okay.
for Chewy this week. What else? Watch out. I'm also liking fintech for a bit more correction. PayPal, Square, all of them are running. I can see them cooling off a bit as well. So I'll be watching fintech for a bit of cooling off and for some puts there as well. On the long side, the only thing I'm liking that I got so far on my list that might change before open tomorrow, but I'm liking HD still. HD is definitely still my favorite play on the long side right now. I'll be watching them. I see them it was an inside week last week. And then it was shooter before, it was a hammer before that on the weekly. So I definitely
two up.
Yeah, it was a 2 up. Yeah, okay. But yeah, I'm liking HD for sure for some more room to the upside.
Right on.
I need to remember, I don't have my charts up in front of me, so I can't remember my exact notes, but I know I wrote that down for the long side. But everything, you guys know where I'm at, looking at mainly on the bear side for sure this week.
Okay. All right, for sure.
Right.
Sure, we're gonna keep an eye on those for sure. All right. So who ready to step up next? Let us know what you're looking at.
Ooh,
Who ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
Let's get it in, Cam. Let me know what you want me to pull up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, so we can start with Tesla.
All right.
So with Tesla, I'm looking for a short setup when it comes to Tesla. Target will be like 637 to the pullback. If it's able to drop under 637, then next target is 620, which is crazy. So definitely gonna be watching Tesla heavy on the short setup. So I might not even enter it until I see if it respects 637 or not. Next thing I got is Shopify. I like Shop to the upside. If you look at the day, it's in a nice like ascending triangle basically. And right now, if you look on the day as well, it's in like a nice little like channel range, and we at the very bottom with a nice 2-1 setup. We could definitely do a 2-1-2 to the upside. So just gonna be watching them to the upside, at least trying to get that thing back to 1550, or at least just 1500 really. So I like Shopify to the upside. I like Roku. I see some more downside movement for Roku, and just the way that tech is looking. I think that it'll take Roku with it to the short side. So looking for, see if we can get to 380. That's gonna be my overall target on Roku. Like I said, XLK doesn't look good at all, so I would definitely be looking to short XLK. I already told you what my targets were on XLK. I have another bearish setup on Oracle. Oracle looking for a 3-1-2 put setup. Ended with a shooter. We got a few pivots to be able to take out on Oracle to the downside. What else? We got Futu, FUTU. I like Futu because Futu could definitely be a short setup, but I like it for calls as well because it's at the bottom of a minor broadening formation. So I want to see how it responds to that minor broadening formation. If it respects it, then I'll play it to the upside. If it does not respect that, then definitely we'll be looking to play it to the downside. Nice little 2-1 setup on the day. We'll just see which side it chooses to take out. Twitter is another one that could be bullish or bearish. Just depends on how you look at it. the level that it's at right now, I really want to see where it opens up, because this is supposed to be a nice little level of support. If it drops below this 66, then definitely could play this to the downside. But again, you just want to watch this one at open just to see what the overall market is doing, see what communications is doing. Because like I said, this could definitely be one that you can play to the upside or the downside, just depending on how it opens. And then just three more. I know I know Corey also said Chewy. I was looking at that for sure as well. I agree with him there. And I was also looking at Apple for sure. It looks like it hit the top of a Broadner formation that I had drawn on a week that I previously had drawn. So definitely going to be watching Apple, and Apple is again along with the tech ride. And so I know tech and QQQ is not looking too great, so could definitely get a nice little short pop on Apple. And that's all I got.
Dope. So I hope everybody's taking notes on these setups. Who else we got? What's ready to step up?
I'll jump in if nobody else wants to.
Let's go, Mr. Check my resume. Let's give them that work. See what we got.
Yeah, let's do it. Let me start off here. And just real quick, like for me, when we have these bearish looking outlooks, a lot of times I'm looking for individual stocks that show strength despite the bearish activity. So those are one of the things that I look for. So you'll see that reflected in the plays that I'm about to call out. So I was very XLV and XLP heavy, but just getting to the tickers, I'm gonna start off with UVXY, as well as Vixx, but we can start with UVXY. Again, this one, went sideways most of the week until Friday. Kind of had a breakout. It was actually 2 down on the week. So we're setting up for a weekly rev to the upside actually on UVXY. So we could see some more upwards trajectory and movement on that one above 29.45. We're pretty much there now. Did a 3 on Friday. So actually looking for a 3-2 continuation, because my stance is that we'll probably continue bearish for a little bit and then make our bounce somewhere in the middle of the week or something along those lines. But I'm only sticking to what I see on the charts. And right now, UVXY looks for more continued bullish movement. So moving on to Vixx, it's exactly the same setup. So there's not much I'm going to say there. Same setup, 2 down on the week last week. Even though it looks like it had a good week, it was still 2 down because of the gap downs. You got an entry above on the week above 30.62, which is the same level for the day. So if I was to pick between one or two, I'd probably go with VXX or Vixx, simply because there's a daily and weekly break at the same level. So those are kind of like my hedge plays. If it does continue bearish, those will be ones that I'll play automatically. So then my next setup is actually an interesting one. Actually, let me start with Novavax, Invax. They were, so first off, with Invax, I'm gonna start at the macro. They've got double inside months currently right now. We got about 12 days left in the month. And essentially that stock has to go another like $36 to break that inside month. So I'm betting that it will not. And so this is a good setup for next month as well on the double inside month breaks. And if you took the Starbucks trade, you know what double inside months can do for you in your trade. But going back down to a smaller time frame here on the week, we see we've got like a little hammer here, setting up for a nice reversal. And as you can see, Thursday and Friday, we had bullish movement on Novavax. So that's one I'm looking for on a weekly entry. I don't think I'll take anything under that, but I'm looking at Novavax for a longer term play too as well. So what I may do is take some August 20s for this weekly break, and then probably look for some longer terms if we do break the month in August. So I really like Novavax, XLV. So then moving on, I've got another XLV that's MDT. Those of you who took the MDT trade with me last 2 weeks ago, that was a winner over 100% trade. One of the reasons I like this one, one was because of the inside day on Friday, but then also we had a 3 down on the week after the gap down, and it bounced from that. So I'm looking at MDT to possibly do a 3-2 rev. So I have a few different levels set on this one. I have a 212 on the day above 126.16, and I have a 3-2 rev on the week above 128.74. So those are like my targets for MDT. I like that one. That's actually one of my favorite XLV stocks. I don't like the therapeutics or pharmaceutical ones. I like medical equipment, supplies. I like tangible things, if you haven't noticed already. So that's my XLV setups for the week. And then moving on to XLP. I know a lot of y'all probably aren't familiar with these, but the first one I like is CLX. And this one here has a fire chart. As you can see, actually, there was an entry that we could have taken like on Thursday, Friday. Well, actually Friday. But I like this one again. It looks like it went 2 up, but it was actually 2 down last week. There's little to no wick on that candle, so I'm looking for an entry above 187.13 on Clorox. I'll follow up with my contract ideas in the Discord. But with this one, there's like very specific contracts. You just can't buy any old contract with this one. So you got to be very specific, and I'll share my insights on that later in the Discord. But yeah, Clorox, that 2-2 rev on the week is what I'm looking at. I love the bullish movement we had Wednesday, Thursday, Friday last week. So, this is one I like as well. And then another XLP is Campbell Soup, CPB. Went all the way in the bag on this one. Just taking notes and listening to Boss Gang about this XLP. Charlie, CPB. Campbell's Soup. So here on Campbell's, we had a 2 down on the week, but as you can see on the day, we had a reversal Thursday, and we had strong continuation on Friday. Campbell's looks very strong and poised for a continued bullish movement. Again, with this one, you have to pick your contracts wisely. This isn't one that's going to have a lot of contracts that move like that, so you have to pay attention to, be particular about the contracts. And I'll share my insights on that on this one as well. And again, we've got 2 down on the month as well, so I'm also going to keep an eye on this one for a flip for next month as well. So like Campbell's, the XLP stocks really ran hard Thursday and Friday. They didn't show any flinch. They didn't show anything related to the pullback and drops, the volatility. So that was a very, very good sign, especially if we have continued bearish movement. And here's another one, Fastly. This isn't XLP, but Fastly. It was hard for me to even see that Fastly was at $49, $50, but this one with Fastly is more so. This is one I'm looking to see. I'm looking at this daily rev possibility. We had an inside day Friday. Despite the bearish movement, it did show a little strength Friday. So that piqued my interest, and I'm wanting to see what that's going to do tomorrow. So I've set my alert for that 212 reversal on the daily for Fastly above $50.47. So if that one does trigger, I may take a light position and see how that one progresses. I really like the price level on this one though. I think with the price level, I think overall, it's been bearish like everything else over the last few weeks, but I like that this could be the possible start of a reversal here on the daily time frame. So I'm going to keep my eye on Fastly for specifically that. If it doesn't give me what I want, I won't play it. I don't play Fastly very much, but I will take the opportunity if it presents itself. And then just to go through a couple of the ones that I typically look at. So we've got eBay. This is XLY, but eBay, it did pull back like everything else did last week, but it didn't have the major drop like some of the others. So I'm actually just waiting on a reversal on the week on eBay. I just want to get back in this trade, honestly. So once it reverses back to the upside, I'm going to take that entry on eBay. So I'm not looking for these setups are not like to pop tomorrow. These are just for the week. So these are to monitor. But yeah, eBay's one. I love the contracts on that eBay. So that's one I'm watching. What else? DoorDash as well. 2 down on the week. Like most of these are. Looks like we had a little bit of a bounce on. I don't have a broadening formation there, but I'm almost certain there's a broadening formation there on the daily where it bounced from. We had an inside day Friday. So just watching this one to see if we get the reversals needed. I really like to catch these early in their reversals, and I want to take the whole run up. So that's what I'm looking for. So even if I've got to wait till Wednesday or Thursday for this to do what I needed to do, I'm prepared to sit there and wait for it. So these are my thought processes. I'm not looking for like specifically Monday setups. These are just for the week. And I think that's pretty much all I've got. But just to, really quick, HD and Target, and I'll start with HD. And I know Mr. Uvxy brought it up. Agree with him. Looking for more bullish movement out of HD. The only thing here with HD, we've got 2 broadening formations that it's fighting with. So it's been ping-ponging between right around 326 to 321. There's like 2 broadening formations. So it's just ping-ponging between that. So we just need the strength to get over that top broadening formation around 325, 326. And then we're out of there back to all-time highs of 345. We'll probably go like around the 350 range. So that's what I'm looking at on HD. Again, I like the weekly, signals on HD, but it's been sideways for 2 weeks because of these broadening formations. So when it breaks through, it's going to break through strong. So just be aware. And then the next thing is Target. Same thing we had a few weeks ago on Target. This one touched the broadening formation, or it's like really close to touching the broadening formation on the daily as well as the 4-hour. So we have one broadening formation right here at 250.90, which is like right where it's at right now. So if it bounces from that one, then I would estimate a 2-2 rev on the day. But then if we have continued bearish movement, we're going to drop down to 249.50 or 249.25 in that range, and then it'll bounce from that broadening formation. So obviously this is one I just track daily, so I'm just looking at Target and the possibilities for that one. So that's pretty much it. What I'm looking at on my watch list, just a few other thoughts. I do feel like I agree with the team. I think oil is a continued short this week, particularly MRO. It is at a good buy level though. So just kind of look for your codes and reversals if you want to buy into that. But the levels and the price levels are great. It's just the setup shows. So that's what I got.
Yeah,
dope. We appreciate that for sure. We're gonna keep an eye on those. Some great setups. What else we got? Is there anybody else before I go?
I got a couple. I got a few. I'm looking at right now. I'm watching Space. Space is nearing the last month's low, so I'm looking for a bounce. Right around what's this? 28.12. If we can't get a bounce right around there and get some kind of reversal right around there, and if it breaks below 28.12, then that's gonna be looking like some money. So I'm watching that to see if we get a bounce or if we get a break. So yeah, below 28.12. I mean 28.12 is gonna be last month's low. It's gonna be, we got a potential 322 reversal on the 4-hour. So if we could break above 30.60, that'll be a reversal on the 4-hour. So that'll be the bounce I'm looking for. If not, then yeah, I'm looking for that 28.12. I got Moderna. Pretty sure everybody heard it got included into the S&P 500. So I'm looking for some continuation on this bullish movement from last week. It had a strong week last week. So I'm looking for continuation on that. It got inside 4-hour. where it's doing a 2-1. We get a 2-1-2 continuation on the 4 hour above 287.75. So I'm gonna see how that plays out. If not, then I'm looking forward to show a little bit of weakness. But as of now, it hasn't shown any weakness for this last week. It was strong, no weak. So yeah, I'm looking at that. I got MasterCard MA on a day. You can see it had a failed two up that went 3 down on a day after a strong week. Just constantly running the whole week, 2 up all week. It did about like a 22-point move this week. So I'm looking for that failed 2 up that went 3. I'm looking for some continuation on that. So if we can get a break below 385.33, that'll be a 3-2 to the downside. I'm looking for a 2-2 continuation. If it gets a 2 on the following day, we got a potential 3-1-2 reversal to the downside also on the 4 hour below 386.46. So yeah, that's looking like a short. And that's pretty much all I got right now.
Dope. I like those setups, man. Dope. All right, cool. So I hope people are writing those down. I'll go ahead and get to my setups. I am a big fan of XLP for the reasons I mentioned earlier. PE ratios that are amazing on these stocks, a lot of growth potential. Undervalued or just great values overall, consistent income with a lot of these dividend stocks. So pretty much everything I'm looking at, you'll have in your kitchen, the companies you're familiar with. I'll get started with Coke, ticker KO. Coke has been very strong despite the activities in the market overall. So just looking at these monthly charts, you can see the range. We're sitting at the top of these broadening formations right here on the day and the 4 hours. So we're sitting along that range. I'm kind of waiting to see what happens, see if we get, the right activity. But I'm actually looking for Coke to go 2 up on the day. So I'm simply looking for it to get back above about the 56.70 level for entries on Coke. It's been super strong. We got room up to about $60. So you're gonna want to make sure you get some time on these contracts. So I'm definitely I'll leave it. So I'm definitely looking for Coke to break or continue on the continuation next week. Another one I love is General Mills, ticker symbol GIS. GIS, General Mills, has shown a lot of strength despite the market pullbacks. I have broadening formations drawn on the month. You can see it's a hammer on the month. Of course, hammer, sorry, not a hammer on the week. So I'm going to be looking for GE continuation on the day. About just a high, what is about $60.15 or something like that. So super close. That's 2 up on everything. I'm definitely liking General Mills for a breakout, has a couple pivots on a week to take out. So we definitely got some room on them. I am liking the setup on MO. The good thing about MO, it's been daily chop. It's at 47.31 right now. This ultimate break, I'm liking 48.23 level. Let's just say 43.25. Once it breaks out of that level, it will take off. There are entries before that. So on the week, I'd be looking at upside at about 47.97, about the $48 level. I have these broadening formations drawn this channel that's been here for a minute. Of course, it was a bullish hammer on the hour. So I'm liking that, the Altria. Again, we could have some pullback in the AM with futures falling. So we'll see downside to about 45.88 in any scenario. That's on the week. So I don't expect it. We never know, but definitely liking the setup on MO to have a breakout to the upside. It hasn't moved yet, but the upside breakout will be tremendous when it gets solid above this 48 and a quarter level on MO. Another one I'm going to be looking at is CL. I use lots of Colgate. I'm looking for a continuation on Colgate. It's crazy on the week. It just had this crazy a shooter. It was just, I don't know why this. I don't know. It's just crazy, but I'm looking for a 2-up continuation above 84.57 level to the upside. Let's just say 84.50 on the day. Continuation there. Potential. There's a little potential chop, but we got room to $86 on the week before that. So I'm looking for something on Colgate. Another one I'm looking at is KHC, Kraft Heinz. Crazy shooter. Hold on. I have the right hammer on the week. I brought information is drawn. I'll be looking for the 2-up above about this 39. Let's see, 39.86 level. Closer entry about 39.62 on a day. So I'm gonna be looking for some bullish continuation off the bottom of this broadening formation, made a strong 2-up candle. So on the day, so I'm looking for this to continue to up a ton of magnitude to the upside. First one of those stocks, XLP, pays a ton of dividends. Not a ton of dividends, but definitely pays dividends. And that's what a lot of investors are looking for right now. Another one, Kroger. I'm gonna keep my eyes on this one. We got a hammer on the 4. We got an inside on the hour, had a strong 2-up on the week. So I'm definitely interested in Kroger to see what kind of movement we can get on this one, to see if we can get a continuation. I like this 4-hour setup above 39.71 level, about 31.75. I like to use middle levels. I'd be looking for this to try to make a move, and then above $40, I'm definitely looking for a solid move to the upside of about the $40 and 14 level. So those are some of the things I'm going to be looking at: the XLP, the continuations with strength despite the market. Other than that, I'm gonna be looking for stuff to the downside. So don't be surprised if we get, some gap downs Monday. People are definitely going to try to make some money the first couple of days of the week at some point, most likely, even if it is bearish. So we don't want to predict. We got setups to the upside and downside. So we just want to get into a couple setups that you guys are looking at. So if you guys got some setups and they're in the chat right now, we can go through a few and see what you guys are looking at.
Let me see what we got in the chat. Miss Rome, where you been? We ain't seen you in forever. She's asking about SQ.
Okay.
Square. I know Brick somewhere around here.
So to be honest, this is one of those setups. We got room to the upside and the downside. It's inside on the 4. It has a red 2-up on the day, inside week. So that would be one that I will be looking to the upside and the downside, whatever it breaks. I see a ton of room to the downside on a lot of these, so I'm going to be cautious on things like that. I don't want to predict anything, but I definitely want to be cautious. Look kind of like a drop below a range. So that's what I'm looking at. Look at it either way, but I'm mostly looking to the downside. It's really hard to say. There's a gap above. Made a hammer on the hour, but but I'm not getting any clear signal, so I got to see what that
Yeah,
is.
Square. It got that 2 up on the month, but it's closer to the downside of the month. So Square, if it could break below 230.60, it could do a 2-2 rev on the month. That'd be nice. The first target for that would be 209. So that'd be a nice little move. It got that 3-1 on the week. If it could break below 233.11, then that'll signify the 3-1-2 reversal to the downside on the week. So the week and the month show potential reversals to the downside. That month looking like if it could break below that 230.60, we got that 2-2 rev. I'll be loving those.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd be looking at that. If we get I'm expecting some bullish activity in the market just in general. Show some strength at the end of the or just overall, but definitely pull back. So we got to see. We don't want to guess, but
Yeah, this was one of those. It's just you don't know. You just gotta watch it.
we don't know.
Yeah, you got to play it by ear with that one.
Yeah. Okay. They have earnings 7/22. Oh, they have earnings later this week, Thursday.
Yeah, so that's scary.
Interesting.
And he said GS looks like a good short.
Hold on. We got Pfizer first from True.
Yeah, see. Okay.
Yeah, I want to look at that GS one.
Pfizer looks strong. There's no wick on it. 2 up on the hour, 2 up on the 4. Strong candles. Fire.
Oh yeah, Pfizer looks strong. Yeah.
Yeah, that XLV and XLP look strong as hell.
Yeah, it's funny when they said it, I already knew it was gonna look fire.
Especially if we can get any kind of data that Pfizer's vaccine can somehow slow down that variant. They're gonna get a nice little boost in there. Yeah, that little Delta variant.
Come on with some news.
Yeah. All right,
we got
GS.
back-to-back inside months. Hammer on the day. Yeah, Pfizer looking nice.
Pfizer looks nice.
What's the one we just said?
GS,
yeah, Goldman Sachs.
GS, we got what inside month?
Automedical. All right.
So that looks
it's
short.
shooter, hammer shooter counter on the week.
Yep.
Oh yeah. We going back down on GS. I don't even have a micro broadening formation.
Definitely.
On the 4 hour, and it's a gap to fill too. It's right there in that gap area too.
Yeah. You got to about 360. I see 360, 358 in that range. It's a broadening formation for a 4 hour broadening formation.
Right. Yeah.
I'm just eyeballing it though. Yeah.
Yeah, I had this old one drawn and I haven't changed it, and you're right, it's down to about 360. About 360. So that's where I'll be looking about 360. Now, if it breaks below 360, so let me eyeball that one right there. All right, so if we break below 360, it got a ton of room to the downside.
Yeah,
below that, so.
There's a ton of room. It's a ton of room below 360.
Ton of room below that, but it definitely looks. Yes.
If it doesn't, we don't know.
What else we got?
Wally World, Walmart. Everybody's favorite stock to talk crap about.
Right. So the XLP. So let's see. So it looks strong. Got a breakout of
it does.
It does. Yeah, it looks strong. But what's that? Above 142.63 level.
Yeah, it's a broadening formation right there where it hit that high. It's a broadening formation right there, and there's one under it too at 141. So it's in between two broadening formations right now, between 143 and 140. So that's
That's essentially what it's doing. But it's been pushing up. It's been
Yeah,
bullish.
so it's been pushing up 212 on the week. Look like it's ready to break out the chop. So when stuff breaks out the chop, you know what that means.
Look like a Momo hammer on the mud.
Yeah, when it breaks out the chop,
Yeah,
that's
Walmart.
when stuff really goes crazy. It'll literally just it'll skyrocket.
Yeah, you know, when it's bearish and it goes sideways like it did Thursday and Friday, that's a good sign. So, that's good. Yeah, Walmart doesn't look bad.
Yeah, so I like this setup. Yeah, I like.
But if you were to compare other XLP setups, there's better XLP setups.
Right. Yeah. I like this breakout above this like 142.65 level. It should move. It should move.
That's where it needs to. That's the level it needs to break through that Browning formation. And you're out of there.
If it breaks, you're out of there. You're out of there.
You're going back to 148. There ain't nothing there to 148 once you get past that level.
Oh, dope. What else we got?
Let's see. We got Zila. Zila XELA. I like the ones I ain't never heard of. Let's see what this one's talking about.
So I got a green shooter on the week, shooter on the day, short below 3 1/4.
Shooters everywhere. It's shooting everywhere.
Right, below 317. You got to target
this is short, bro.
Just under $3. Let's see a gap down to what's this, $1.50.
Yeah. On the day, you setting up on a reversal to the downside below 325.
Yeah. Below 3 1/4. We got a gap about $1.50. So there was a high at about 217. So that's where I would look to see if it breaks below.
Below 298 is their weekly entry.
Yeah. So looks good. Looks good.
That show shorts. Get some shorts going. All right. Next one is NEE. No, that's my favorite utility stock.
XLU.
Yep, XLU.
You right there.
Yeah, this is the top. Top holding.
So XLU and energy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the top holding in XLU.
Cool.
Yeah, they've been bullish.
Okay. Nice.
But they hang around that 75 range. 75s, they're kind of like their number. If you look on the monthly time frame, if you look at those candlesticks, it's just been sideways essentially for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months. 6 months ago, what month is this? Probably February of last year. February, what is this? Yeah, February it shot up to 84, but it's just been in this 75 range.
It's definitely been sideways. Let's see. I mean, flew up on a day above 70. What is it about, like the
78, 35? Yeah, 78, 35.
So that'll break everything. That's full time frame continuity to the upside.
So you out of there then?
Yeah.
You going back to 81?
Yeah. 81. Yeah. So
really like NEE long term.
She was like 87. Yeah, earlier this year it was $87.69. Was the high this year. So we'll see. But I like it. If we get that break, that's a strong break.
Yeah.
Definitely.
For sure. Yeah, long term, for me, my outlook is a long-term hold, buy shares of it, catch it while it's now. The contacts I got over there, NEE, talking about their expectation is 150 to 200 in the next 18 months. So that's their own internal expectation. So yeah, NEE, I like it. I like it for utilities.
Yeah, like that, like the utilities for sure. Utilities been holding up. Utilities been strong. That's one of
Yeah,
them.
yeah. CVS.
Went to CVS today, matter of fact. CVS, we got hammer on the 4, hammer on the month.
Two down, two down on the month, hammer. Yeah. It was like a shooter on the week. 3 on the day. Looks like it bounced though. Looks like we had a good bounce on the day. So you could get a 3-2 rev on the day above 82.50, 82.51.
Yeah, that's a strong 3 on
That's
the
a
day.
that's a lot of movement. That's a lot of
strong 3
movement.
on the day.
Yeah, that's a lot of movement.
So that's a super strong 3. That I like it. I like it on CVS because that's a strong 3. And what I mean is, it's a red 3 to the up. You see what I'm saying? It's a red 3 to the upside. As
Prices
far
already
as
started coming back up. Yeah.
right, the price has already started coming back up, but it's still red.
Yeah.
I definitely like that that setup.
That's one of our boy FICO favorites, that 3-2 rev, the red bearish 3 with a 2 up.
Above 80, what's this? 82.68. It's
82.
gonna fly. 2 up on the day though. 82.52. Just say 82.50 level. If it breaks out of like 82 3/4, something like that, I'd be looking for a super bullish move to the upside.
Yeah.
So that definitely makes a lot of sense. Definitely makes a lot of sense right there.
It had 2 up last week, despite a lot of stuff being 2 down. So that's a very good sign for CVS.
Very good sign. Very good sign.
You got FSR.
FSR. Biscuit, right? Biscuit, 2 down inside, hammer. Those a counter on the 4 inside day. Let me get some magnitude on this. So it's 2 down on the week. Let me go to the month. It started down and pushing down on the month.
Inside.
It definitely looks bearish. So at the month, it started at 1973 on the month. 1532 on the, or like 1532 on the month. It's down after hours. Bottom of this week is about below the $13 level. So potentially that's where I would be looking short to below the $13 level. But I definitely would be looking.
Your next target. Yeah, your next target is what? 12.92 on the week. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's a short.
That's definitely short. That's definitely short.
I like that for sure.
Let me see. Can I get some magnitude from here? Let's see.
That was the first magnitude. Was the 12.92, and then 11.94. Those are weekly stops, though. Weekly magnitude.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's definitely. That's. I mean, this weekly magnitude is awful. It looks like it can go down to $5. To be honest, it's like go down $5. So
right.
Yeah.
You got 961.
Like
okay.
So,
Yeah, you on point. You on point, Marshall. All right.
This low of 8 to 7. I mean, if it want to make a lower low, it's just flat out no telling. It's flat out no telling. Break below consolidation. It's awful. All right, what else? I mean, looks great for
we got one of your babies.
Oh, realty. Okay. So real estate has been holding up definitely strong. Called this entry on O at about the 68.50 level. So it's been up $1, despite the market conditions. Very strong green to up on the week on that one. Let's go down to the month when I originally had this. So definitely pushing up. I'm hoping this turns into a 3. So started the month 2 down. We got the entries at the 68.50 break level, and then we've been pushing up. Hammer on the 4. Let's see if we can get some entries. We should hold right there. So I don't really see. Let me see. I guess
got a
the
bullish
first entry, it would have to be on the 4-hour. So if you want to get a 4-hour entry, was that about what 69 and 3/4?
69. Yeah, 69.77. You spot on.
Okay, yeah, about 69 3/4. I'll be looking to take long. So, of course, is one of it is a REIT stock. It's one of the things that's specifically made for income, realty income, hence being the name. So a lot of people hold.
You want those they do monthly or weekly dividends? I can't remember. Monthly.
I believe it's monthly. If
Okay.
I'm not mistaken, I believe it's monthly. I could be wrong, but I believe. I'm not exactly sure. I don't even want to say the wrong thing, but
yeah.
But another one of those dividend stocks definitely looks strong.
No, they pay me.
Despite the market. You look at these charts, left to right, and
On some monthly
they're
income.
amazing.
Think about it.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I've always wanted to get some real estate plays, and I just had to find something that had people at the party. And so Old Realty actually had a ton of people at the party. I guess we got this mother. I would count this motherboard about 71.84, but I mean, you can kind of see the trajectory where it's going, and it has a ton of magnitude on there. And it's pretty solid. It shouldn't be too volatile. It's not going to move. I don't expect it to move too fast. If it breaks out this week and month above this, what about $72 level, it's going to be scary. So. Wow, a lot of things could be super volatile going down. It's something that a lot of people are going to look to for their portfolios.
Right on.
It's dope. What else we got?
Next thing we got on the list is NEO.
NEO.
Yeah.
NEO looks short. We got in NEO some swings a couple weeks ago. Those worked out well. Hit the top of broadening formation at this, 55. Bam. Hit that 55 level. Immediately start to sell off. Had these lower levels set. These lower levels that it set. I've had these drawn for a minute.
Yeah, I don't have
$30 level. So
there might be a micro one, but I don't have any major broadening formations until 26. It bounced off the top of that broader formation right at 55, where you just like you said, and it was a major one, and it took it out, bro. And
that was it.
I don't know how far it's gonna fall either. There might be some
levels drawn down to, so I have levels drawn to about just under the $30 level.
Okay.
Which would make sense, which would be a buy point. This would be a buy point. So it's actually below the 29.73 level. The algorithms are going to try to figure it out. 29 is an odd number.
Yeah,
they're trying to catch it at 40. I see a lot of volume.
Try to catch it. Yeah. So let me see below.
See a lot on the volume shelf around 40.
Let's see 40.
So I can see it.
Here's the deal. So when I'm looking at NEO, but below the 43.53 level, it's breaking into a lower range. So when I consolidate these screens, or when I consolidate, like say this daily chart, if people looking at my screen, they're just range. And it didn't hold above like this 43.25 range. It shot below it. So I would expect it to go to if it made any movement, to go to the bottom of that range. get back below that range to about a $33. And then ultimately, because I don't trade horizontally, they trade in broad informations, I would expect it to break below that. So we had the wick bounce at the 3621 broad information with the 30, about the 3050 level back that I have it drawn this day. So if it doesn't, it just looks short. It just looks short.
Yeah, so,
it just looks short. It hit that level that made it, and just literally has been shooting down on the month.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give you a couple. Yeah, right. I agree. I'm gonna give you a couple macro levels that I'm looking at. I got on the monthly time frame is coming back to the point of control, which is at 41.76.
Okay.
So that might be a major level that holds it up for a little bit. But then below that, the last month's low was 39.94. So like if it drops below that first 41 level, it's out of it. I mean, it's dropping.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing else to hold it.
If it break below that, we looking about $2.
Yeah.
So,
which is so crazy.
Below 30. It's almost like what I feel like it's like POTR below 25. And then below 20, even though below 20 was the good price, it's still a couple more days until it literally hit like 1663 in the pre-market, and then just completely took off.
Yeah, took off from there. Yeah, okay, Neo. Yeah. Neo's one to watch. If you follow it, then just check those levels. I was trying to find some positive outlook, Next one, GILD.
Okay. This one, okay. See.
Gilead.
Okay. Inside week. Inside month. Sorry. Double inside month.
This one actually looks good for a long if it can break the week level.
Yeah, break the week. Double inside month. Green
6906.
So what about $69? Two up on the week?
Yeah, 6906. That would be the level I would take long.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
It's not for you. Yeah, Gilead don't look bad.
No, it don't look bad at all. It got a couple stops, but it don't look bad at all.
Double inside months. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I like that.
Yeah.
All right.
Level will break that. Well, it won't break anything. That'll just be the high of the month. But the high from last month to go two up on the month. Oh, that would be a strong hammer. So that would be a crazy. That would be a crazy weekly hammer.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah. So it looks good.
This one I'm not familiar with, but SDC, Sam David Charlie.
Smile Direct.
Smile Direct Club. Okay.
Sir, hammer on the floor.
The company.
Let me see.
It's a short.
Okay.
Looks like a short to me.
Hammer 3 on the week, inside 4. It showed bullish momentum on the. Let me see. So let me go to the
second half of the day. It did show bullish momentum.
Yeah. So because it made that hammer on the 4. Let me see. What was this high? So this high was 703. It pushed down to 670.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, so it pushed down to 670. Push back up to 683. So that one I'm unsure. It can go either way.
Yeah.
It can definitely go either way. With daily entry, you have to definitely.
It's dropped after hours a little bit, looks like.
Oh yeah, it dropped after hours a little bit.
Next one
so cheap though, like it can get cheaper, I guess. I mean, geez, that's what you call choppy.
All right, next one, Starbucks. Yeah, this one here, I've been tracking it. So Starbucks, we had 2 up on the week. If you've been tracking this trade with me, you already know I had gave recommendation to the crew to take your profits when they hit that broad information about 120. So congrats to y'all who did. I know a lot of y'all played shorter term contracts and smacked the hell out of them. So good stuff. Y'all see, we took that double inside month break, me and FICO, and that's what that double inside month does for you. That's the kind of movement you're looking at. You just got to sit through the down days and all whatever. So I didn't take profits. I stayed in. I'm going to sit through this broad information on the daily. Well, actually, overall, there's two different broad informations. So it's ping ponging. So one day you see a hammer, next day you see a shooter. So there's one broad information right at 120.20. And then there's another broad information below that at like 118.50. So it's just been ping ponging between those three levels the last 3 days. So we just, and these are major broad information. These are at least weekly broad information. So they're not small or minor at any kind of, so my expectation is, like I said, then, once it hits the broad information, it probably will go sideways for a number of days. So I'm looking here for it to maybe possibly, it looked like it touched that broad information at 118 on Friday. And so it did a little bounce after that. So I'm still looking forward to go, continue bullish. Because of the magnitude, we don't have that far to go. I think price closed on Friday at 118.73. The high last week is 120.83. So we just need a $2 move to go 2 up on the week. So I'm still bullish on Starbucks. Depending on the market sentiment, it will run despite the market being bearish, but it does help when the rest of the market is bullish as well. So yeah, still bullish on Starbucks. We're still about a month out from all the seasonal stuff kicking in. So this is all cushion essentially in my thought process. So we got 2 months left on the contract from today. We're about a month away from all the catalysts coming in, and we're up. So that my thought process is take those down days with the good, because when it bounces, you don't want to try to chase it to find an entry. I'm figuring out. But I don't know everybody's port, so I'm giving you guys the level so you can where to take profit and everything. So just keep tracking with me. I keep you abreast of kind of those levels, but right now, if I was anybody still wanting to play Starbucks, I would just look for entry to get back in. This once it bounces through this broader formation. But if you want to go long, wait until it gets above that 120.20 level. Is kind of my thought process. But if you're risky, you want to catch it off the bottom of this broader formation right here. You just got to look for an entry on the 4-hour above 119.88. That would be your 4-hour entry, and that's essentially the only entry you've got. So that's Starbucks. I love that one. You know me. I'll sit and wait. What we mean by short is puts. We're expecting it to go down, Vocal. Yep. I hope I pronounced it.
Yeah, when we say we're short, that means it's going to go down with. So I don't want to get that confused with people shorting a stock.
It's a share base.
That's something different where they're borrowing shares and whatnot. But if we say we're going long, that means we expect it to go up. If we say we're going short, we expect it to go down.
Yep. Nothing more, nothing less. We're not talking about shorting the stock like in common stock. It's more so a put play in reference to what we do. And I think that's all we got. Any more tickets before we close it up? Yes.
All right, cool. Well, we appreciate everybody being here. We'll go ahead and get this watch list put up as soon as possible. Make sure you guys do your homework, be prepared for the market, make sure you have a plan, take these tickers, set your levels, set alerts, analyze your contracts. You don't want to go into the game without a game plan. You want to have your plays drawn up and know how to play all the variables and make adjustments. So get yourself mentally ready for this week. Make sure you know your risk profile. Definitely have a plan. Make sure you follow the YouTube, subscribe so that you guys can get all the updates as they come at Alpha Pack Trading on YouTube. Like notifications bell, all that good stuff. So follow us on Alpha Pack Trading on Facebook, Alpha Pack Trading on Instagram,
website.
Alpha Pack Trades on Twitter. We got the website.
I'm gonna put the website up for them real quick.
Yeah. Absolutely. AlphaPackTrading.com. AlphaPackTrading.com. It is definitely an awesome site. It has a lot of information you can show with different friends and family when they're interested. You may feel a little intimidated or may not even know how to express what we do. So definitely refer them to the website and it'll help them out in a big way. So let's check my resume. Any other pack leaders? You got anything else before we go?
Nah, I think you wrapped it up nicely, man. Just gonna let them hear some tunes from you, man. And, let them go on about the rest of their evening, man.
That's so. Appreciate you guys being here.
All right, love y'all, fam. Don't get caught up in the chop, man.
It don't seem to stop.
Hey.
Don't get caught up in the chop,
Website is up and live, so you can tell your folks if they trying to sign up. Definitely sign up. They can use the website. But if you still want to use your referral code, please go right ahead and do that. Get that chicken.
Hey, I got a question for you.
What's up, boss?
On one of your videos, you made a video about like making scans, and you had a hammer scanner. I didn't see any downloads for that or any videos that show how to make that hammer come up on Thinkorswim. How did you make that hammer?
Actually, I think one of the pack members made that scanner. I think that was Wixx that made